Welcome to the Coffee Run Live, episode 431. Happy Friday! Hope you are all doing amazingly well and getting ready to roll on into the weekend. I know I am. Really interesting. I'm not normally a TJIF day, but I'm kind of like really looking forward actually to this weekend. What about you? Are you? Fill me in. I had a really great session this morning with some people in my Business Badassery Mastermind, and some of the things that we talked about in there, this is hey Sophie, how are you? This is a program that I run that's like a month in, month out type thing. You can come in for a month and then you can leave, and we deliver a masterclass every month, and I deliver a live Q&A and hot seat this month and every month. And one of the things is really cool to talk through, and I thought that I would chat with you about it because I thought if it was helpful for them, then it's probably going to be helpful for you as well. So one of the things that came up, hello Jojo, I miss you too. Wah. So one of the things that came up was that the people, and maybe you found the same thing, some people have found that with their pages and with their profiles that there's not a whole ton of interaction, which is actually pretty normal depending on your profile and your presence and, you know, all of the things that you're doing. And a lot of people put a lot of stock or a lot of weight into the engagement, lack of engagement, comments, lack of comments, the sharing or the lack of sharing. And I guess one of the things that I think about with this is, and you know, you guys are like a perfect example of this. You know, I know that we typically have we have views of these videos in the hundreds every day, which is a whole bunch of fun. But there's not a huge amount of comments, which, you know, on my days where I'm a bit like, oh, you know, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Can make me feel like, maybe the evidence isn't there that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But then what happens inadvertently is that someone will pop in and they're like, you know what, I'm one of those people that watches everything that you do, but I just don't comment or I don't visibly engage. But what you'll do is you'll sit there and you're like, yes, Nicola, yes, Nicola, yes. Because a lot of people don't like commenting or clicking like because you know that everybody else is going to be seeing that as well. So I think that's an interesting thing. But you know, it's really curious, particularly when you're really new or you don't have a huge volume of people. Sometimes it can be thrown by that. So the first thing that I wanted to talk with you about is letting go of that, right? You don't need comments, likes, shares on your videos or even on your content in order to make money. All right. So instead of looking for that external validation, just kind of really be very confident in what you're doing, how you're doing it, and where you're showing up. And it's kind of like half of the battle. Okay. So let's just approach that with that. The next thing that often happens is I'll ask, and this happened today, I'm like, okay, so, you know, who are your people? Who do you want to work with? And a lot of people, a lot of business owners, a lot of practice owners, a lot of entrepreneurs, they're kind of like, well, you know, I know that what I do can help so many people. And I don't disagree with you, right? I know that a lot of you can help, you know, the whole entire population of the planet probably in various different ways. And I also know that you guys are likely incredible at when somebody ends up in front of you, that you can adjust, or like literally in front of you or on the phone or in a call, you can probably adjust your approach or adjust what you're doing to the person who's there, right? Which for people like you and I who have got multi-modalities under our belts, and we can help lots of people in lots of different areas with lots of different things. Sometimes what can happen is that we can get overwhelmed, or you can get overwhelmed when you're thinking about your niche, when you're thinking about your marketing. Okay, so one of the things that I really want to encourage you to do is to stop all of that noise, and I want you to change the way that you think about niching. So niching, as we know, is a marketing term, or you may not know, but niching is a marketing term designed to help you come up with a marketing message. right? It's not necessarily going to narrow down into the people that you work with. And what I mean by that is, you know, I can help men just as well as I can help women. I can help practice owners just as well as I can help coaches. I can help anybody that I want to help, right? With what it is that I do. But what niching helps you to do is get a really clear track of who these people are and what their behaviors are, what their problems are, what their goals, dreams, and desires are, so that you can start creating content and solutions for them. So that's that. The next thing that kind of happens is like, okay, right. So you might be someone who is really amazing at, let's say that you help you can help people with more confidence. You can help people overcome anxiety and stress with what it is that you do, right? So we know that there's some big problems. What we're really good at doing, and what I imagine you're really good at doing, is going like, I can fix that, right? And I know that if you're feeling like this, then this is what you need to do, and that's great. But sometimes what can happen is that because you are so educated, you're so versed in helping your people, and you know these people really, really well, you can get caught up in the lingo of what it is that you do, or you can get caught up in, well, yeah, I know that you want coffee, but first you need to do all of these things before you can have the coffee, right? You've got to go and grow the coffee beans. You've got to go and grind the coffee beans. You've got to go source the milk. You've got to go and do all of this. And then all of a sudden, your audience, who is already feeling overwhelmed and stressed and anxious, you've just given them every step under the sun, and they're like, holy shit, you know, I can't even like see how I can even take a step forward. We sometimes know so much about what we do that we can inadvertently make it feel really more overwhelming for your audience. So what I wanted to share with you is a bit of a three-step, or not a bit, but a three-step process that you can use to really help talk to your audience in a way that is more likely to motivate them to take action and to create change, right? Which I know you're all here to do that. You're all here to create change and to help your people. And some people will pay you for that, and some people will just consume all of your free stuff, which is totally fine. It's what we do, right? We give freely. We instigate that law of reciprocity. When you give. Some people will be like, you know what, I just have to buy your stuff because you're freaking amazing, and I need more of you in my life. Other people are like, yep, that's great, thanks, but peace out. You know, you're not there for those people, or you are there for those people. That's what your free stuff is designed to do. But then for the people who want more of you, it can help them get to trust you. It can help them learn to really like you. And that's when they're more likely to buy. So this three-step thing that I want to share with you is a way of you not always going straight into solution mode, right? So it's a really common issue that people will have when they're putting marketing out there and you're trying to sell something that's not landing. So maybe your sales pages aren't converting. Maybe your sales calls aren't converting. Whether it's into a free thing or into a paid thing, it doesn't really matter. So for instance, if you know that people are really very busy, and you say to them, all right, I'm going to give you some accountability. Well, accountability is the solution, right? You've got to remember what the problems are, and it's going to help you with your marketing copy if you know what the problems are of your audience. So the first thing that you've got to think about is, what's the problem that my audience have right now? Now, we might know that they need self-care. We might know that they need better time management. We know that they might need some community and cheerleaders and confidence and all of that. That's great. But we've got to come back to what's the problem and how it's presenting for them in their world, because that makes it really real for them. So for instance, a lot of my audience, a lot of you guys are health practitioners, healers, helpers, mental health professionals. You're coaches, you are authors, you're in the business, or even bodywork people. A lot of you are in the business of helping other people. Now, one of the side effects, if you like, of being this type of person who is very driven by acts of service and doing things for other people is that sometimes it can lead to you not really looking after yourself, right? And I've seen this happen a lot. It could be through burnout, it could be through neglecting your family, it can lead to other cracks, showing your health declining and things like that. So if that was the person that you wanted to talk to, then you kind of got to think about, all right, well, how are these problems presenting in their life? Are they overworked, underpaid? Are they burning the candle at both ends? Are they not really looking after themselves? Are they throwing, this used to be me, right? The me of 2011, 2012, 2013 was like, so in the early years of this business, in the infancy of this business, I was really shit at looking after myself. I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue. I was working all hours because I was like, I've just got to learn how to do this. I've just got to give more. I've just got to do more. I've got to be more present. I've got to be more visible. I've got to do more videos. I've got to do more blogging. I've got to learn more. How do I know? I've got to do sales calls. I've got to deliver. I've got all of these clients. I've got all of this. It's like, shit, I've got to go spend some time with my family. I've got to do this. I've got to go to this place. I've got to do this. And I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, which if anybody has been diagnosed with adrenal fatigue, it takes, 18 months to really recover well from that kind of experience. And for me, I was like, don't tell me I need to practice self-care because I don't have fucking time for self-care. Don't tell me that I need to go in, have a massage because I'm flat out trying to grow this business. I've got all of these things that I'm juggling, right? So the problem that I have is time, lack of energy. I'm a doer, I'll always find a way to keep moving forward. But one of the things that I really wanted was to find a way to balance everything, not in equal portions, but find a way to have more ease in my world. So that was a goal. And that's the second step for today. So the first step is, what are the problems that your people are having? And not going into like, oh, they really want ease. That's a separate thing. So what are the problems that your people are having? And then what are the goals that they have? So ease, choice, freedom, energy, drive, desire. I want to feel like I'm alive and that at 6 o'clock in the morning, I can like wake up and be like, bing, I'm ready and raring to go. Like that was something that I really wanted. And so when presented with a solution, which was to go on a naturopathic course of treatment, for me, it was like, all right, I've got that, that's really great. But I also need accountability, because accountability is a solution, right? Accountability is a tool that helps you to get a result. It is not a problem. Lack of accountability isn't a problem. Lack of implementation, lack of results, lack of doing is a problem, right? Like you get the difference, right? So accountability is something that we use to help facilitate that. So I think the thing that most people get caught up in when you're marketing is you're either talking too much about the solution or you're talking too much about the goals, and you're not making it relevant to where your people are at. So just remember that. And so the third thing is the solution. What's the solution you provide? So the three main things to help you with your niching troubles is to go, all right, so who is this person? Don't worry about the label. Don't worry about if they're a coach, an artist, an author, a personal trainer, a cook, a phone maker, like whatever. It doesn't matter what that person's title is. Just think about what they're experiencing on a day-to-day basis and how they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they're noticing, what's going on in their world. And once you've got that second step is their goal. So how do they want to feel? What do they really want? And then when you work that out, it's like, okay, so what are you going to help them with in terms of the solution? And with that solution, if you can think of, even if you're giving it away for free, you guys, give them 1 or 2 steps that they can undertake today to get a result, to get just something. So one of the things in my personal situation was that I was tired all the time. I was cranky, but I was still burning the candle at both ends. I was freaking exhausted. My brain was wired and my adrenal glands were really suffering. So the goal for me was to feel like I had energy, that I could do what I wanted to do, that I wasn't hitting that 3 o'clock, oh my God, slump. The solution was to get some treatment in place, have some accountability, drink more water, right? That was a couple of things that my naturopath said to me. If you do nothing else, eat regularly, drink more water. I was really shit at eating regularly. I actually hired someone in 2013, a personal assistant, whose job, it was amongst some other things that she had to do, was to bring me lunch and put it on my desk, because otherwise I wouldn't eat. Not because of anything, but just because I was so busy and I wasn't prioritizing that. So that's the solution. So think about the problem, the goals, and then the solution that you provide. Give your audience a couple of steps that they can undertake to help them achieve a breakthrough. And I think that will help you with your niching issues. So that is that. For more fun and in-depth training on all of that kind of stuff, you can join Funnelicious, which is very exciting and coming up really very quickly. You'll find out how to differentiate yourself in the market. You'll find out and learn how to position yourself in the market as an industry rock star. You will find out how to do all of that and more. And niching is actually like our module number 2, because without understanding all of this, without doing all of this, trying to create your free things to give away so that people land in your funnel is really freaking hard. Then trying to work out what you're going to give them next is really freaking hard. So niching is an important cornerstone to everything that you do, a really core foundational piece. So we do that in module 2 of Funnelicious. You can find out more about it in the comments there. The link is in there. Otherwise, if you've got any questions about this, let me know. Most of all though, get out there and go help your people, right? Give them a couple of things that they can do to really change the circumstance that they are in right now. And I promise you, you may not see the immediate payoff, but you will see the payoff over time as you keep adding value to your people and they really start to like you, they learn to trust you, and that's when the rest of the magic happens. So get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it, and the world is ready for your brand of awesome. I will see you very, very soon. Bye. Happy Friday.